Hello YouTube, alright. This is the fourth video I'm uploading to the new Yu-Gi-Oh section. So I was playing Duel Network yesterday, which I do pretty much every day for I try to get on for at least 45 minutes every day, and I started dueling this guy. I was gonna quit after this duel anyway, because I wanted, food. And so we got in this duel. I was using my Dragunity deck on Duel Network, which I'll make a profile of next. And he was running, I can't even tell you what he was running. I can't remember. Sorry about that. Anyway, so we were dueling, whatever. It was very early game. He wiped my field and my hand. I was top decking from very early on in the duel, which you should know is not good. Unless your deck is very good at top decking. Which with Ravine, everything is a good top deck. So I had a Ravine on the field. Magically, he had not killed it yet. So I was like, oh, sweet. I can still win this. And, oh, sorry about that, is a terrible glare. So he, in his turn, pulled a Utopia, and he had a set trap card, which ended up being Mirror Force, so I was like, oh god. So I drew a card, can't remember what it was, used Ravine's effect to get Legionnaire in my hand, activated his effect. I had an Ackley's in my grave already, because first turn I think I Brioed for some weird reason. I will randomly try not to Vajriana because I feel like I'm cheating. It makes me feel like I'm autopiloting them, even though I really don't want to, because it just gives Dragunity players a bad name, which I've run into people who do that. Okay, I'm getting off subject. So summoned Legionnaire, equipped him with Ackley's, activated Legionnaire's effect, which I explained in my other video, but we'll explain again. He pretty much can equip one level 3 or lower Dragon-type Dragunity monster from my graveyard to him. Then, I can send one Dragunity card from my spell and trap card zone to the grave to destroy one face-up monster. Now, Ackley's effect is when he is sent to the grave while equipped to a monster, you can destroy one card on your opponent's side of the field, regardless of position, regardless whether it's a spell or trap card or a monster. It's nice. So what you do is you summon Legionnaire, equip with Ackley's, and you get a +2. You get to destroy a monster, and you can destroy another monster or one of his back row. So because he had Utopia, I didn't like that there, so I activated his effect, destroyed Ackley's to the grave, popped his Utopia, and then his back row, and the guy went off on me. He was like, you can now do that, you cheat. And then he promptly told me to go F my mother, and so, we sat there for a good half hour. Oh, wait, skipped. He called an admin, which is what this video is about. The admins on Duel Network that are terrible and do not come for a very long time. He called an admin after that and kept calling me a cheater and kept swearing at me or whatever. And so we waited and waited and waited for that admin to arrive. At one point, I left and ate dinner because I wasn't going to quit. So I just plugged in my laptop and I went and I ate food. And then I came back and he was still on. He had not quit. The admin had not come. So now we had been in this duel for about an hour and 20 minutes in the same turn. And we were there and still waiting. So the admin finally shows up. It's been an hour and 45 minutes. So the admin shows up, tells the guy to destroy his cards after reading my effects, and then the guy's like, but Dragon Ravine, something about Dragon Ravine. His English was terrible. And he was whining about my Ravine for some weird reason. He didn't like activate an MST and destroy it or anything. He had no back row, no monsters on his side of the field, so, well, anymore. His face down was a mirror force, so he couldn't have negated anything. There was nothing in his hand that could possibly do anything, so he was just whining about it. And then the admin told him that if he didn't destroy the cards on his field, he was going to get banned within 30 seconds if he didn't do that. So I'm sitting there laughing my ass off because I told this guy an hour and 45 minutes ago what the admin just told him to do. And so, yada yada yada, he did that. Again, my field got wiped. I can't even remember why. It was probably torrential. And so he Monster Reborned his Utopia back, set another back row. So then I did the exact same thing. I Legionnaire Ackley's to get over that Utopia. Even though it had no materials on it, I was just like, I'm not even going to bother attacking it. I'm just going to destroy it because I feel like it, and I want to get rid of that back row because I don't like back rows. And he called me a cheater again, and then he decided after... He called the admin again. Then he canceled the call, called him again, canceled the call, called him again. This happened for about 45 minutes. Another 45 minutes, right? Are you crazy? And so then he's like, fine, I'm done. And then I utterly destroyed him. Got my win. Now my picture thing is Gaia. Barely worth it. But the point is, why does it take an hour and a half for an admin to show up? What are they doing that is so important that they don't show up for an hour and a half after a call is made? I don't know how the website is run, so if you're an admin or if you know an admin and you know why it takes so long, please leave a comment because it's super annoying. That's the first time I've been playing Duel Network for about a month now, which isn't very long. But I've had admins called on me, and I think I've called 2 admins, and the only one that has ever shown up ever in a duel is that one that happened yesterday, and it took him an hour and a half to get there. So either it's a problem with the website or the admins just don't want to deal with stupid people. I don't know, but if you could shed some light on that would be dandy. So yeah, asked some of my friends if they would agree to put some of their deck profiles on my channel, and they were like, yeah, why not? So there'll definitely be some other decks on here. I know one of my friends runs Order of Chaos, that structure deck that just came out. He tweaked with that a bit, and it runs pretty nice. Another friend has a Morphtronic deck that actually does pretty well. Not gonna lie, it does pretty well. So just a little food for thought about the admins on Duel Network. If you don't know about Duel Network, you can Google it or just go to www.duelingnetwork.com. Make an account. You can pretty much make any deck you want out of any cards, minus, the ban list still, is applicable to the cards, but you can make a 60 card, 40 card deck, anywhere in between, 15 synchros, side deck, competitive, everything. You can get card sleeves after you gain a certain amount of experience. You gain levels, you meet people. I've met actually one guy that I don't know who's from Texas, and he only runs a Fire Burn deck, and that's the only deck he runs, and I love it because that's what one of my friends used to run, and I love dueling it. It's fun, and it's interesting to talk with somebody you don't know, and you do meet people. There are some creepers, I'm not gonna lie. I've encountered a creeper or two who tries to get me to tell them where I live and stuff, but it's not that major, But definitely leave a comment on if you know anything, that'd be great, so I could tell other people so they don't rage on admins. Otherwise, yeah, coming up is going to be my Duel Network decks, which are going to be way better than my ones that I run in real life. Because it's free, and I have resources there. So, see you later.